Hi, everybody. It's Magic Monday. We're glad to see everybody here. I am with my two
It's
co-hosts,
Magic Monday.
Magic
SunPsychic Jean
Monday.
and Spirit Whisperer Mark, who's
Hey
very
guys and gals.
high. Well, I it feels like I haven't been on a Magic Monday forever, but here we are. So this is fun.
It has been a
Um,
while because I've been subbing for you for a few of them. So I'm gonna say it's been a while probably. Now this time I'm subbing for Joan, but I've been there. But I loved it. It was my pleasure. But I'm also happy you're here.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for subbing for me.
Yeah,
That was so nice of you. But thank you for also coming back so I can read with you because
yeah,
I love reading with you.
I do too, sweet pie.
Yeah.
And I
Um,
was already saying that to somebody like, where's Terry? We haven't read together in forever. And then I got all the download that you weren't here.
yeah. Well, I don't have to go anywhere until October now, so I'm going to be around for a little while. How are you, Jean? What are you up to
I
today?
I'm doing well. I did some domestic responsibilities and got caught up because when you're working Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you don't really get to all of the preparation for food and preparation, cleaning, and all that operation. So that's my Monday chore, and yeah, so that's what I was doing. I made a beautiful vegetable medley in the oven. Did you ever do? And it's quick, and you don't have to stand at the hot stove. It's zucchini and peppers and onions and mushrooms and a little bit of spices and salt and pepper, and you throw it in the oven, and it's done in about 25 minutes, and it is just lovely.
Wow, that sounds great. That sounds like it'd be hot to cook today, though.
Yeah.
So in
Well, I
Pacific
did it
North,
really early this morning. I get up early and I start it and get it out of the way and then cool down the house. Yeah. Yeah, you do.
yeah. Well, that
I'm making
that
a pork roast in my crock pot now. Right now, it's in there cooking.
wow.
Oh.
And that's
Oh
not
my
too hot. You know,
God.
that one doesn't put a lot of heat out. Yeah.
You
Right.
both are going to make everybody hungry.
Yeah. And what does everybody have? I have this ice cold drink. I have lemon and tea and a little bit of something sweetener in there.
Mhm.
The sugar-free sweetener.
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
the
I
chemicals.
got the Safeway brand Select sparkling water, and I think this is black cherry with stevia.
Oh.
Oh, it's flavored water. Yeah. I have a little bit of Red Bull left in my Disney, my beautiful Disney mug cup.
Oh,
Oh,
very
Disney
nice.
characters on it.
cute.
Very nice. Um, yeah,
Oh,
I thought you were going to say Chateau. Aw. I have grapefruit juice, vodka. I'm a big girl. Aw.
I might
you're
have had a
taking care
margarita
of
if it was a couple hours from now, but I usually don't have one of those until a little later.
just because we're talking about food here. Bonnie, she's having a BLT on a tortilla.
Mm,
Oh, that's a good idea, Bonnie.
I do love
Yeah.
BLT. I don't know. I love bacon. I know.
Mhm. And we got Craig Dixon here in Albuquerque, New Mexico. 87 degrees, sunny and warm. Wow. It's going to hit the 90s here. And even though people in the South are going to laugh at me, it might be a tiny bit humid here. And by tiny, I mean very tiny.
Is anybody
So,
here
So,
from Texas? What's going on down there? Are you guys feeling the what is it, hurricane?
yeah, let us know if anybody is near the Texas area. I was trying to look it up on the weather.com, but it seems to be overloaded
No.
and not I'm not able to bring up the radar. I don't know what's going on down there.
yeah. Oh, my goodness. Um, Oops.
Bonnie says she had it like that because she didn't have any bread. So that's why
Oh,
she had her BLT on.
still,
But it
it
was
sounds like a
good.
good
Yeah,
idea.
still delicious.
Okay, let's see here.
Well, today we're going to be doing psychic and mediumship readings. We're going to be doing readings. If you would like a message from your loved one, we just ask you if you could let us know the name of the loved one and the relation, like my brother Joe, and message at my brother Joe who's passed or something like that. And or if you would like to get a message from a pet who has passed as well, just let us know the name and the type of pet. Also, if you would like a message from your spirit guides, angels, or things that go bump in the night, or if you have a spiritual question or a psychic question as well, I like to do energy readings on you, and we can all do. If there's something going on in your life and you want to know about maybe careers and different things like that. But we don't do anything medical. We don't do anything with no politics on this show, and no medical, no legal, no professional kinds of things like that. So it's mainly just psychic medium, or a lot of psychic medium kind of questions.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh,
Okay.
Ann Lauer says it's 104 in Spokane, Washington.
Yes. Well, that brings up a good point. So I live in Washington State too, but I'm on the west side of the Cascade Mountain Range. I used to live on the east side, which is where Spokane is. And I heard yesterday my cousins called and it was 105. But people might be surprised, but the other side of Washington State, the east side, is a desert. It's very, very hot, and it has all four seasons: very hot, very cold. But on the west side here, we're more marine climate, so it's not super hot or super cold ever really. So probably rains a little bit more than normal. But yeah, over there on the east side, hot, really hot. But it's dry, so it's not so bad. Okay, well, we have chatted quite a bit. Um, are you ready to answer some questions?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So we also request that you be here when that we take your question because sometimes we need feedback. And feedback is greatly appreciated. It really helps us know if we're going in the right direction. So here we go. We're going to go with just the very first question here. Chris Queen, thank you for coming to this show and asking your question. And you were just on the show with Mark. So you said that just before you were ended the chat with Debbie, Mark had said your name. That's cool. But
Yeah.
you said my orange tabby cat, Dreamy, was trapped and dumped. Please, can you tell me if he's okay? So let's read on
I don't
Dreamy.
know. Was I like trying to torture you by shouting your name out just before I'm like, Chris, I'm not going to read for you. No, sorry.
That's
Little
all right.
dreamy.
You got him over here.
Yeah, I didn't mean to torture you. Okay. Little dreamy.
Okay. And anyone who has something, you can go first. I'm going to try to mostly go last, but it's
Okay.
not that important.
So I am seeing Chris. I'm sorry that happened to you, but it's I do feel as though that Dreamy is getting reacquainted with the area that they are left in. Um, I feel as though he that he is left in, and I feel as though he is. He's able to fend for himself and he'll find his way. He's really smart. He has good sense of direction. And I feel as though he'll find a way and find a family that will pick him up. I do feel as though he may be farther away from you. I do kind of see him still a little wandering. It's like he walks or trots a certain mileage each day, but he'll find a nice person to find a new home. That's what I see. Um,
I got a very similar thing that Dreamy is still okay, but the trapping and the dumping, they dumped him far away, so there's no scent trails for him to really follow back to you. Um, but like Jean said, very capable cat. I believe that he will continue to try to go back to you because cats are a little different than dogs. They can kind of tune into your spirit and go towards that. But I would definitely be checking any of the PAWS or ASPCA from time to time to see if anybody picked him up as he's trying to get back to you.
Yeah. Well, what a drag. I hate that happened. First of all, bleh. I feel like he might already be picked up, or might be in a new place, like not out in the wilds. I think he was for a while, and he was out there going, "Uh-oh, stay outside your boundaries," because it was like, where, I'm not. Oh, he has a microchip. Good. I'm not in my regular home. I can't really find my way home. I feel like somebody may have picked him up because they get this Six of Pentacles, like a nice person who took him in to try to, help him out. And he's a little orange kitty, like a little orange dreamsicle. And he's sort of tolerating there's a little orange kitty tolerating his new place. But now I got this card. What is it? I was just looking at the pictures. Oh, Five of Wands. Now maybe you did this already, but maybe putting signs up isn't a bad idea. Because there's still a possibility you might be reunited because of the chip. Because when I got this, before you said about the chip, I was going, oh, could he? Or they've put up signs or something. The people that found him.
Oh.
Somebody's trying to figure out something about him. So this whole signage thing here makes me think either we've been trying to find where he came from, or you might put up signs, but I feel like it's been kind of a while now. When did this happen? Did we say? We didn't. Did we? I still feel possible. Let me just do my quick pendulum. Is it possible that these guys that Dreamy will be reunited or quit with Chris? Wasn't that hard of a question? Will they be? Do you see them being reunited? Well, it's saying maybe, but it's leaning towards my positive. Now it's going yes. So it didn't want to go towards no at all. So there's that possibility still out there. So hold on to that. Hold that positive vision in your forehead about what you want and what you don't want, that you get him back. I hate that he got caught that way and took out. It's terrible. I kind of get that somebody's taking care of him.
Oh, thank you, Mark.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, at least Chris says here he's very friendly and loves people, so he might just love the one he's with. Oh.
Yeah, it's been a while, huh? It was last February. I was thinking it's been a bit of a while. But that little orange kitty on top of another orange kitty card that was like, I'm tolerating it, made me feel like it's not so bad. Oh. It's like it's not my other home, but could be worse. Like I'm being cared for and stuff. So I don't want you to sit around worrying about, oh, he's out in the wild and coyotes are chasing. I don't get that really.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway.
Okay. Well, thank you, Chris, for asking that question. Jean, do you want to pick a question?
Sure. I'll roll the dice. That's what I said. It's like little. Here's Melinda. Hi, Melinda. Thanks for being here. And she wants to know, may I have a message from my guides or angels? Thank you very much. And let's tune into Melinda's energy. That's a beautiful icon you have there, Melinda.
I know, isn't that pretty? I love that too. That pretty black.
And Melinda, oh, sorry, Mark. Just say hello. Just pop in the chat when we choose your question. Just say hello and let us know that you're still here.
Yeah.
So, Melinda, I do feel like you are spiritual, and you have good intuition, good instincts, and even dreams, knowings. You sort of can. You're a good judge of character. You say that's never going to work out, and it doesn't. Like certain things you have good feelings on, and you say certain things. I don't know if you probably love. They're telling me like uh, what is that? Aromatherapy and healing. You're more healing. That's what aromatherapy and sound, like the tuning forks, aromatherapy and the singing bowls. I think that you may be a little bit more into healing, and your angels want you to know that this is your calling here in this incarnation, and it may have been also something that you did in a past life. You do love nature, and you are very sensitive to smells. Like I think that you get the unscented laundry detergent, things like that. Like you are sensitive to like chemical smells. This is why you really like the organic and the essential oils. But I do see you doing some healing with natural remedies, whether it's teas or food, or if it's aromatherapy or sound, something very gentle, very calming. And oh wow, okay, what does she say? Yes, unscented.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's what I'm picking up for you, Melinda.
Well, Melinda, what I'm getting from you is they have you on my stage. You're just sitting in a lawn chair, and we're kind of outdoors, and they have you wearing a really interesting outfit. They have you in a fluffy black skirt, a short skirt with like uh, a petticoat under it. This was kind of flared out. It's as if you have little bees' wings on, and you're wearing little orange Converse sneakers. So I want to ask him why orange Converse sneakers? And what they're trying to tell me is that you have a very light spirit. You are very light, very probably connected to the kind of earth energies, the fairies, the why can I think of the name of the little beings?
Elementals.
Elementals, the elementals. Thank you, Jean. So they're showing me that you're very connected there, and you're very curious, very curious. So they really enjoy that about you, and are just encouraging that. I just see your angel kind of giving me a thumbs up. So there you go. That's what I got.
I love it. Okay. I wanted to say to Chris, did you notice that I called Dreamy Dreamsicle before he ever told me that was his real name? I just want to say, because I kept hearing Dreamsicle in my head until I had to say it out loud. Anyway, look. So that meant I was talking to the little Dreamsicle. Okay. One thing, Melinda, I'm just kind of going with the cards here. Are you worried a little bit about money, or has there been some kind of a money issue, money or work? It's either about that, but then I got loads of wands, so it could also be about spiritual progression and wondering if, like maybe you're having doubts about it, or wondering if you're progressing the way you should be with your spiritual life. Chris, yes, I did. So I just want to make sure it's not that we're not going. Either you've been looking about, you want to create a new job or new opportunity to make money or be of service, spiritual. Okay, sweetie, there we go. So we're worried about maybe I don't know exactly my exact purpose, a little bit like that. And kind of, am I following? This is the upside down 10 of coins. Am I following my higher purpose? Sometimes I'm wondering if I'm making the correct approach or if I'm missing the mark. And there's a little bit of concern or thinking about it or wondering if I could do something better. So, first of all, they're saying, well, you're right where you're supposed to be, and we are flooding you with inspiration and information. So they are, is your guides and angels, communing with you. All these 8 of wands. Wands are spirit body, and we're sending messages. So that would be like messages you could probably pick up telepathically, or clairaudiently, clairvoyantly, like that. They're also saying you might feel like you're alone on this path of spiritual warrior, and that maybe sometimes you feel, I wish I had a helper or something, but we've got your back. Look at all those wands behind you. We're right here supporting you. We've always got your back on this journey. Yeah, you might bump your toe or something, but you're doing great. And, we know you're looking to see, how do I best fit in this world spiritually? Again, they just wanted to wand you to death today. I got 4 wands in a row. All spirit body. So, how do I fit in? Where's my place? What am I doing? And that's what they're working on with you, and that's coming about. Because you're meant to be very powerful. Bring your spiritual, there you got your wand firmly in hand. This is the King of Wands, but in a seat of power, in your proper place, you will find your purpose. People ask me that all the time, and in one way, we all have the same purpose. And that's to realize as fully as possible who we truly are and express that as fully as we're able to. That's pretty much our purpose. But this is you finding it and achieving it and being it. So if you're worried about that, let that go. That doesn't help.
Well, thank you, Melinda.
Yeah.
Related or resonated.
Okay, so our next one's going to be Marianne Harris. So, Marianne, just say yes. Say you're here or something. And then after that, we're going to do Cheryl, Holt, and then Aquila. So each of you, if you'll say yes or something to let us know if you're in the chat, because we prefer to read the questions if you're actually here. So
there's Marianne Harris.
Is she here? She's here. Yep. Yay. Okay, here we go. And so remember, Aquila and Cheryl, Holt, say yes if you're here too. So Marianne asked a very interesting question. Hello, apart from Archangel Sandalphon, what other archangels are protecting me and my family? It's stormy in the UK. So let's read for Marianne.
So I'm getting Archangel Michael for sure, but there's also, it's not an archangel, but there's an iconic protector in almost like King Arthur in the UK tradition and the folklore and the um, there's somebody like that that is maybe is it Merlin? It must be Merlin that has that in your area uh, that is watching over you. There's many very strong uh, energies and um, it's angels, but it's not specifically an archangel, but it's an angelic protective energy that is coming in. That is, it's Archangel Michael, but there's also like a Merlin, and there's also um, there's many different energies that are coming in to watch over you. I'm not sure if you're um, sensitive to. I don't know who that is. I just don't know who it is. What are you guys getting anything? Let me see if I can look
Um,
that up.
I keep a list of angels. And when people ask questions like this, I just go into the energy and just try to find it. And because I don't remember all the angels' names, so once in a while they refer me back to my list. They're like, take a look at the list. I don't look at what the angels do, I just look at the names and see which one pops out at me. And for me, Chordia is the one that they kept bringing to my attention. And Chordia's dominion is contentment with self. So that is one of the angels helping your family um, have some contentment with themselves. I don't know if that means you're not very content or, but they're there to help you. So Chordia, maybe do a little Google search on Chordia. That's Chordia.
Yeah, I don't know any angels on a first name basis, except maybe Michael or, yeah, I don't really know any. But I think Michael's the one that's coming through, even though it's the only one I know. But I got the King of Wands, and he's holding the wand. I hear Michael. I don't know. This looks like this could be him right here in this picture. But besides him, I'm getting another guy that's not angelic. Um, they're still a high spiritual being, but I would call them more like a teacher or a ascended master, probably, rather than angelic. Now that doesn't mean that Michael's still not there, because I think he is. Because I mean that looks just like angel energy to me, and he's holding the wand and all that. But I get these two guys here. They're very interesting. It's two different decks, but the magician and the hanging man. They're both more. So that gives me ascended master energy. So they were on the earth, and then they're not, and then they still possess the power of creation, magic. So the magician, right away reminds me of Pan, for one thing, because that's what he does all the time. He's about co-creation and working with the elements and all that. But this also, I know it sounds weird, but this magician energy is also giving me Jesus energy quite a bit today, as well as the hanging man. And I'm thinking, why would I get Jesus and the hanging man? Oh, of course, he did hang on a cross, which I wasn't thinking about. But oh no, Jesus is kind of coming through.
Ooh.
Yeah, yeah, you resonate with the magician and the hanging man. I know, because these feel like ascended master energies, or in Pan's case, a god that's on the earth. Not like up above. He works in the physical realms and creating manifestation. So I think about them and just ask,
Yeah. Well, that is lovely. And I just want everyone to know that, we all do have angels on our spirit teams. I've heard that we're born with one and die with one. So you at least got two. And then others come in. But what I like is that you can call them in too. If you need help, you can call in specific angels if you know them, but you can also call in angels with certain jobs. Like, let's say you're going to sell your house, call in a real estate agent for help. They'll help you sell that house. Yeah. Yeah. So thanks
A
for
real
asking.
estate angel, right? You
Yeah.
said agent.
Sorry, not agent. Oh, did I say agent? A real estate
Real estate
angel.
angel.
Yeah. Agent, might be
Mhm.
an angel. You never know, but
Mhm.
thank you for catching that, Jean.
That's okay.
So the one that the next person, well, first, just before we move on, really quick, uh, Marianne uh, said, "Thank you. I'm a lovely, good soul. Thank you." Um, and she resonates with the magician and hanging man,
cool.
and she has been very distressed a lot. So maybe that's why Chorty is there to kind of try to calm some of that down. Yeah. Okay. Um, let's move on to our friend Akila. Um, Akila says, "Any guidance from spirit? I dreamt I oversaw a lady taking complaints, but instead of writing words, she was using numbers. So, what do you think this meant for Akila? Do you have questions? You both are looking at me like,
Uh,
what?
uh, I was just, I have to go blank a minute while I'm
Oh,
thinking and listening. But what was that? It was like code or something. What was it? Let's see.
Yeah, I'm getting more like frequency.
hmm.
I hope it's not scoring us when we complain, but I'm picking up something about frequency. Um, uh, Perhaps this, but it's, yeah, like Mark said, it's definitely codes. Um, but let me just see what the, yeah, I think that they have value. I think that they have value, and the value was written down by the numbers. They were being assigned a value, and that's as far as that's as much as I'm
Hmm.
getting there, Akila. Boy, that's interesting.
That's interesting. Let's see what. So I too get that the numbers are more like energy, vibration, and that what you put out there is what you get back. What you put out there is what you get back. Hmm. So I think that what that says to me is we should complain with care. You know, realizing that some of the complaint that we have is going to be our own problem, our own, especially if it's a spiritual complaint. But the other thing is that you should also know is they care. They care. They will address it. So that's what I'm getting.
Hmm. Yeah. I don't think Akila. I don't know. I feel like it has something to do with work a little bit, maybe, and wondering about it, wondering about um, the the back and forth, the return, if the pay's good or that kind of thing, wondering about a little bit about finance and job, kind of coming into your subconscious. And then also wondering, looking at this idea, if there's a hidden opportunity there. For some reason, I'm getting the whole lady with the complaints and everything is about work for some reason. But it's confusing when you look at that. Well, why does it look like numbers instead of words? It's like almost like there's an opportunity, but I haven't been able to see it yet somehow. And I wonder if it has to do with a partnership of some sort, or I might be completely out of the box on this. So lovers and strength. But if there's somebody there at work or your job, like a potential partner or something like that. Interesting. Who knows? That was a big story from that. So take it with a grain of salt.
Yep. That's a head scratcher there.
Yeah.
That is where she says, okay, I'm glad I was nice to the complainer. And she says, that makes sense. I'll keep my energy positive.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I hope we didn't say that you can't complain. I mean, I actually learn a lot of really interesting spiritual lessons when I'm complaining, and then they have to talk to me about it. So,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, somehow that's related to work or something about work that you're going on in your head. Yeah.
So Akila, since we run into you often, let us know when the answer's revealed to you, if that any of us got close. So here's Cheryl. She wants to know, will I write more books that will sell? And she's here. She said she's here. So.
I'm kind of getting a feeling that you may be doing a lot of writing and putting off the publishing aspect of it, only because the publishing aspect makes it feel so much like work, and the writing aspect makes it feel so much like joy. You have this beautiful uh, melody of words that come through your energetic creativity, through your creative, energetic frequency. And I feel as though this is where you find the joy. And perhaps maybe later it'll be found or compiled and then published. But I don't see anything published in the near future, maybe not in the near 2 or 3, even 4 years. But I do see you writing and writing and writing, and sort of writing something, stopping, picking up something else, and writing something else, stopping, picking up something else. I feel like you have a lot of ideas, you have a lot of creativity, you have a lot of desire, but you don't. It's it's the editing process, it's the back and forth, it's the publisher, it's the how much and when, and it's I feel like it might just be a lot of creative stuff coming through, and maybe not so much publishing for a while. I hope that's helpful to you.
Well, I consulted my pendulum really quick, and it said yes. And the reason I consulted it was because what I saw on my little stage was a little unusual. But right away, they put up this great big medal, like a prize. Uh, it's blue and kind of metallic silvery around it, like some sort of prize. And it's right there on the stage. It's glistening. And so it also gave me the feeling that maybe something you've written in the past is going to earn some sort of um, award. So I don't know. It's huge on the stage, big, really big. This thing. So it's blue in the center with words. I can't read the words. Silvery on the outside. Um, Something like that. So I hope if you know what the book awards are, maybe you know what that word is.
Yeah. Well, I think you're good at writing books or writing and then making it a book. It feels like that's what you're pretty good at here on the earth. You get the King of Pentacles. And so you're suited to that. It does, there is an ebb and flow to it. So sometimes you close your book, your paper, and you do something else for a little bit until you come back to it. So there's a little bit of an ebb and flow. And it depends on the inspiration. But you will publish more that will sell. So there's a lot of different ideas. These are Six of Wands, but then when you latch onto one and it's one you like and it kind of inspires you personally, like it kind of gets you running on your own, and you run with it, and then you run right into the sun with success. So I do see more in the future. I don't know. These wands here too with the Six of Wands. I don't know what kind of books you write. But there might be some kind of a spiritual book you might write as well, just because we got all of our wands in here. But yeah, yes.
Okay. Yeah, how exciting is that? Cheryl replied that she loves it.
Yep.
So yeah, you still have a lot of passion in there to get out and to write about. So thank you for asking your question. Um, did we hear from Maria at all? Is she
Did
here?
we ask her to say hello? I
Yes,
didn't see anything from Maria.
I didn't
No,
either.
no.
So let me look around here just a bit. Oh, well, let's just stay on books. Let's just stay on books. So, Karen Robinson, I started to write a book and I wanted to use Hunter S. Thompson to write with. Do you see something he wants to help with as I write? Hmm.
Hmm. Cheryl, what's the name of your book that you wrote? Or more than one? Let me see. Karen.
Oh, wait.
I know we're on Karen now.
Oh, I thought maybe I went too far ahead.
No,
Okay,
sorry. I was just thinking about Cheryl. She said, will I publish more? And I was wondering.
right. Okay. It's two.
So, Karen, Hunter S. Thompson, he's somebody who has passed, and you want to help. You want him to help you. Is he an author, or does he have the story, or is it his story that you want to write, like his life story? Um,
It could be all of those things, but he is past. Um, there's been movies made about him, I know. Oh, let's go back to Cheryl real quick. She said she wrote under Sarah Lynn Holt, some
Yep.
romances. Checking it out
Oh,
right now because I got my rights back and I am redoing the cover.
oh, cool.
Nice.
Romance novels.
Yeah, that's cool. Back to Karen. Sorry. Um,
Yes, he
he
wrote.
wrote.
Yeah,
Oh,
go ahead.
he wrote for the Rolling Stones, and he was critical about politics and fear and loathing in Las Vegas. Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas is his most famous book. Okay.
But are you writing about him, Karen?
I think she wants to use him as a
Okay.
muse to write. Is
Right.
that what it,
Right. But
Karen,
I know
is that
you
what we're
wrote
at?
about Marilyn Monroe too, but but then would try to tap into her. So I was just wondering if that's the same kind of thing with Hunter. Um, okay, great. Okay, it's still with your Marilyn book. All right.
Okay. I'm using his personality in the book as someone to talk to tell the story of Marilyn. So is he going to help you with that personality?
Uh,
Um, I really, you know, I I highly respect you, and I understand that you love to incorporate your spirituality and mediumship with your creativity, and I think that they are hand in hand. But Karen, I think that you have an amazing creative power yourself, and if you want to tap into that energy, then that's you using your creative energy yourself. Own it, and you can tap into his energy, his essence, um, his other writings and how that might influence you, and then take that in your creative way, and let that come through. I don't know if it's up to him to assist you or not. It's up to you, and if that is your inspiration, and it doesn't always have to be approved or associated directly coming from that person. It comes from you. You have enough. You have a beautiful, inventive, connected, spiritual creativity, passion, and energy around you, Karen. And so I think that his inspiration comes from you. I really do. I feel like it's in your hands. You have the power. I don't think any power comes from anybody else other than them influencing you and assisting you, or being your muse is what I guess they call it.
hmm. So I am getting a lot of slightly unusual things. I am kind of seeing Hunter Thompson like sitting on my couch over there, but it the reason it's not real. He's not like physically there, but it's as if he's sitting around your house. That's what they're trying to show me. Like he could be around and be amused and kind of help you guide this. But I also get this really strong feeling to be careful with this, not to. Yeah, I don't know why. I just feel a lot of be very careful, be cognizant and careful as you move forward using if you use his sort of energy at all. So
his energy is a live wire.
yeah,
It's kind of all over the place. Oh, I think you could energetically work with him, but I'm not sure. It's the best thing for this project. It feels like he'd want to take over and kind of make it all about him, and might just tell you things that aren't particularly
yeah.
helpful or even 100% truthful. Um, it's the hangman, but upside down. But just that face on him. Um, he's a little chaotic. Seven of Swords. You can't completely trust his energy. Even when he was on the earth uh, writing and stuff, and I don't know him, of course, or didn't know anything about it, he was under the influence quite a bit. And I think this Page of Cups, a lot of his writing came from like an altered state and stuff. Doesn't mean that good stuff didn't come through. But working with his energy might be a little hard because it's kind of scattered, and this sounds funny for somebody that's on the other side, but you're talking about that part of him that wrote. It's a little selfish, it feels like. I'm not sure his intention would be, oh, sunshine and lollipops for the end result, because there's a little bit of jealousy. Oh, that all sounds very weird, but not as cooperative as you might like. Because I understand what you're doing, and I agree with that even. And I do think you'd be able to tune into him, but I don't know if it would help your project in the end. It seems a little erratic, kind of like. Anyway, that's what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
She said he was disappointed and disillusioned and broke his heart to see how everything was fixed. I thought to be involved in the story would bring him back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was interesting. A very interesting read. I think we all kind of got the same thing there. That hmm.
Trust yourself, Karen. Trust yourself.
Yes,
Yeah.
trust yourself.
I
Yeah.
know, because I went in it thinking, oh yeah, he's going to want to work with Dennis, but then it wasn't any of that. So I'm going, oh, okay.
Yeah. I as well got the feeling that his spirit had not improved very much. A little bit, not much.
Yeah, that's what it felt like to me too, a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Mark, can you see the questions, or you?
Let me see if it'll let me.
Okay.
Yes, I can.
You can.
Yep.
Do you want to pick one?
Okay.
I haven't really gotten rid of questions, so you
Okay.
might have to avoid the ones we've already done.
I got rid of them, the ones that were done.
I know David said he had to go, so he's gone. Let's see. I will pick. Oh, there's so many. Oh, Lordy.
I know.
Let's go with, just because it's the first one my eyes dropped on, let's go with Maria.
Maria. Okay.
That's up close to the top. Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So Maria, are you still here? Can you say hello? Let us know that you're still here. I think that was you may have asked for her to say hello.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
she didn't. Oh, okay. Yeah.
But I thought she kind of chimed in here on something else, so maybe she didn't hear us.
Yeah. Well, if you're here, Maria.
Let's see. So Maria, you got just a few moments here to chime in. Yes, if you're here. Why don't you pick another one, Mark?
How about, is T. Lynn here?
T. Lynn, are you here? Okay.
It's a minute sometime, yeah.
You know who I do think is here? I think Craig Dixon is here.
Okay, we'll go with Craig.
Okay.
And can I ask for one coming up? MK. There's two initials, M space K. If you're here, just let us know, and you'll be coming up next, or after the next one.
Right. And yes, MK's next. So say hi, and for now, we're going to go with Craig. So Okay.
Craig is here. MK is here. Thank you.
Thank you. So
And MK.
Craig has not spoke to his dad, Benjamin F. Dixon, in a while. Does he have anything to say?
Dad's on the other side, right? Is he?
Yeah.
Yes.
So I'm feeling like he had a job where other people would look up to him, and his um, I feel as though when you were looking to find or start out on your own, you had a little extra, like big shoes to fill, and he wants you to know that there's nothing you could ever do that would make him think less of you. That he loves you and loves everything about you, all of your uh, experiments, all of your attempts, all of your um, in whichever direction your heart leads you. He says it's all okay, whether it worked out or it didn't. So I'm not sure if there is something earlier in your life that your dad would say, now you have to go to college, or you have to go to this school, or you have to become this, or I expect, this is the way, how you do it. And your dad was just trying to sort of coach you or encourage you or guide you. It wasn't that he expected you to be perfect, and he wasn't expecting you to be what he was. He was just sort of giving you a helping hand or giving you the advice. I'm sure that whatever happened, whether it was um, ever seen or you ever felt like you measured up to him, or you always looked up to him. Also, he's telling me military too, that you two both were in the military, he's saying. So maybe you followed in his footsteps that way, and then after that you went out on your own. But he does see that you have your own a way of making your own decisions based on what's best for you, and he wouldn't want it any other way. Whether it's he wanted you to be, let's just say he wanted you to become a surgeon or something. Everybody wants to be a doctor, and you were like, no, Dad, this is really what I like motors, I like planes, I like Air Force, I really want to do this. So no matter what it was, it wasn't that he it was always that he just wanted you to be happy and follow your own uh in your own journey. And he wants you to know that he's proud of you for the things that you did do in his honor. Like maybe you did follow him in the military. And he's also proud of you for the things that you did differently. You don't have to be exactly like him. So I wonder if that makes any sense for you. Okay.
Um, I think it does because he says, yes, he suggested the U.S. Air Force, but I got wounded. Uh, yeah, but I met Clara. So there we go on that. Craig, what I'm getting from your father is he's showing me that he is just like your mother hanging out with you. He's also hanging out with you. He's around, but it's much different. He had some sort of affinity for the outdoors, love the outdoors. And I see him being more like at the edges of your property, being out in the wilderness near you, being around, he's showing me as if he's more cellular or sprinkled everywhere, sprinkled. And he also cares deeply about you. He also provides protection from that vantage point. But um, he says one thing that's kind of funny. He goes, "Boy, you are girl crazy. You are girl crazy. You're hanging out too much with those girls." So I have a feeling he wants you to call upon him just a little bit, because that's the very first thing. Even though I saw him out there, he was very in my face saying, "Boy, you are girl crazy." So there you go. That's what I'm getting from him.
Um, Craig, were you pretty young when your dad passed? Like young? I'm wondering. Um, he feels like he's telling me that most of his memories of you or the time with you, he talks about you were younger. So I feel like maybe he passed when you were, a younger person. Um, he feels like, oh, you were 13. Yeah. So the six of, I always wait till you guys affirm it for me because I'm a big chicken. The Six of Cups is like that childhood card. So he's talking about, he has memories of when you were young and little. He also talks to me about your mom being a big uh, force in your life. He might say that you relate more to her and that she had more to do with your upbringing, maybe, or I think he had an influence. There's nothing like that, but he's trying to acknowledge how much your mom meant to you and how much she, like, you know, had to be mom and dad, and how she, rose to the challenge. So he's giving her credit for that. He's also acknowledging your relationship with her. Um, but even though he left, yeah, I've always felt I love that because it's this little mommy and baby all snuggled up together. Um, Even though he left you at early age, he's always held the highest wish for you and your highest good, like as if he were a little star over your head, glowing, keeping that light burning, wanting you to achieve the highest you're able to. Um, he's very proud of you. Um, and so is mom, Empress energy again. Um, I don't know. You have a nice, you're not completely cut off from the divine feminine energy. So you have that feminine part of yourself in a man's body, uh, which is good. So you're more open, you're more balanced in general than a lot of guys running around the streets. He likes that too. So he's talking about that with that Empress card, that you're a little more well-rounded, more balanced, probably more so than he was. Um, but he's very proud of you. I noticed you mentioned, you said you went to the Air Force, but then you were just a mechanic. But, mechanics are like godsends. If you can find a good one, you're worth your weight in gold. So it's a wonderful service. Sometimes we think of, well, I just, but you don't know how much love and attention and goods I would give to a good mechanic. You know what I mean? How positive my energy. So that's a great job. And I think you do great with what you do. Yeah. Oh, with the aircraft factory. Ooh, cool.
Wow. Oh, so there. Look, mechanic there.
Of course.
I hope he loves my Model A and Mustang. Rock Hudson liked them.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he likes what you're doing, period.
yeah. Well, thank you, Craig, for letting us read your dad, Benjamin. You had chosen MK as next, and they said they're here, so let's do MK. And also, this will probably be the last one, because we're already past an hour. And thank you for so many people for being here. So many questions to choose from. Yes, we love it when you ask questions, but we can't read them all in an hour. So thank you for asking them. And I wish I could have gotten to all of them. But so let's do MK's question. Any messages from my mother, Sarah Lou? She passed several years ago.
So I feel like she was a big TV fan, almost like I don't know whether she liked the game shows or she liked you know how they used to have like Dynasty and or maybe she liked the soaps. There's something where she would watch the something religiously, whether it was something every Saturday night or every Friday night or something. She really enjoyed the TV. She was very much. Um, uh, she's showing me that it just broadened her horizons, is what she's thinking and saying to me. But it's almost like the entertainment. She loved entertainment. Whether perhaps it was an entertainment type of a show, but she was very impressed with like musical acts or comedy acts or skits and things like this. This is something that she was thrilled that she was able to see all of this entertainment. I think that she also maybe liked the theater or liked going to the movies itself, or there's something about entertainment that she really loved, and it made her feel like she was very sensitive, perhaps as well, and it made her feel uh, things, like a sad story or a wonderful, championship story or something. And she really enjoyed and marveled at the creativity and there's something she's telling me, perhaps it was like Wizard of Oz started it for her. Like there was something early in her life that really just uh, spoke to her, and she was always trying to find something like the classics. And now she's showing me Julie Andrews, the one with all the kids. What's that song? Well, Song of Music or something, Sound of Music, and like these classics, these things. And she had a really an affinity and an appreciation and a desire to follow and find something else that made her feel that and made her move inside like that. I feel as though she was empathic. I feel as though she was sensitive. I feel she was and she was
She loved
it,
musicals and
oh
theater.
gosh. Oh gosh. She's going crazy right now telling me all this. She also told me that she's social as well. So yeah, this is what she's saying, and she keeps trying to tell me, you're like, Jean, say this, Jean, say this. So let me just get a quick message from her, MK. Oh, she's saying she really enjoyed life and she wants you to enjoy life. She wants you to set aside all the worries, all the woes, all the problems. She's saying they'll be there tomorrow. Take your time and step outside of all of the hustle and bustle, and really relax and enjoy yourself. Take yourself away and do what it is that you enjoy doing. And she doesn't expect you to go and see a musical, but she wants you to go and do something that moves you, that makes you feel happy, and something that you really love and cherish, whatever that might be. But she said that she really did fully enjoy her life, and she wants you to do the same. That's what she wants you to do.
Yeah. Well, I got a little bit of those vibes too because as I was kind of trying to blend into her spirit, she immediately decorated my stage in pastel, mint green, and pinks. So, and she's making it look like a little fairy castle. She's got all this energy that's making it like a set, but this very lighthearted castle-like set that, and she's just, and it's like she's the queen of the castle, and she's very happy to be watching your show now. But there is one thing that happens right away, and this always makes me a tiny bit suspicious when this happens, but she wants to apologize right away. She's saying, now that I'm on the other side, now that I see how things really are and how things that I couldn't have known then, she said, she wants to apologize for something she said to you that may have made you feel less than perfect. That something that kind of broke you down a little bit. That it hasn't stopped you from living life, but it's something that you think about from time to time. And she really feels badly for that. Now, the reason that I'm usually suspicious when that they apologize so fast is because I've noticed that the ones that apologize fast almost always don't really have a ton to apologize for. They were already, they were a soft heart when they were on earth, and they're still a soft heart with there, where that they just uh, really wouldn't want to injure you in any way. So uh, think about that, that what she's really saying is she hopes she hasn't injured you in any way because she loves you so much. I think that's also why this castle that is kind of this beige color with all the pinks and greens on it. Remember, chakra colors, green is from the heart, but we think of love and stuff as red or pink. So she's throwing all the colors up to let you know that she loves you a lot. So,
Smell the roses. Hi, MK. Uh, Mine's completely different. She's not really giving me much about herself, but she is saying, hopefully you'll relate to this. Um, I'm going to just be kind of blunt. I don't know if she'd be this blunt, but she said, stop spending so much time worrying and fretting over things you have no control over. She goes, or just worry thoughts that aren't kind of based on anything, because it just makes you old. It doesn't do anything but just age you. It's not helpful. And she says, it's better to put your energy into faith and trust in things that aren't even seen. They're more trustworthy. You get this moon card. Put trust that the universe has a plan where we succeed in it. And that includes for you specifically. So she says that worry mind, now this can apply to all of us, not just you. I'm not bawling you out, sweetie, but she does want to bring this up. Doesn't help anything. Trusting in the universe, having faith and trust leads to success and successful enterprise or progression. She'd really like for you to break free of that kind of negative mind. She says you learned it when you were a kid and that they're partly responsible. She kind of connects it to your dad on some level. I don't know if he was a worrywart, or were you worried about him, or was he not always there? I don't know, but somehow she's trying to connect daddy, like kind of even when you were little, with this sort of tendency to worry about things. There's the three of swords. Like kind of, I understand what she's saying because I kind of went through that same thing really in my own life. So I do understand. But she wishes you to resurrect from that and just be, and this is the judgment, but really break free of that. She says, I just could have done even more if I could have seen that more clearly while I was on the earth. Now, I don't think she was a super negative person by any means. Actually, I think she was pretty positive. But she's saying, boy, I could have even probably moved mountains if I understood the power really of my mind. And so she's kind of like, I don't know, she's on her soapbox there about that. I hope that resonates with you, hon. It did with me, so I don't know.
Well, it did with me too. I think Sarah Lou could talk. That message could be for all of us.
Yeah.
Wow, she's a good communicator. Yeah. Okay.
Thank
Well,
you, MK.
yeah. Thank you. And thank you, everybody who participated in this and put in your questions and chatted with everybody and shared your information and your time. That's very, very kind of you. Um, I know we couldn't get to all of your questions, so let's find out where you might get some of those questions answered. Mark, do you know where you are appearing next?
I am on Wednesday night at 7 Eastern. I'm going on with Thomas from Trow Your Way. And then on Thursday at 5:30, I'll be doing readings with Diana Bowles and Allie. I'm doing a lot this week. I know. And then on Saturday at 12:30, I'll be with somebody named Jean at 12:30 on Saturday. So I'm doing.
That was last week, Mark. I think you're looking at the wrong week.
Oh no, I am looking at. I forgot to erase you off, so I won't be seeing Jean. So it's good because I was going, boy, why am I doing so much? Yeah, so that's one less thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah. The
What
other
are you
two are
doing,
true
Jean?
though.
Where can we find you next?
Well, I know that I was just on with Mark last Saturday. We had a lovely visit together and a beautiful show together. But this Saturday, I'm going to be at a psychic fair and I won't be on. So that's why I knew I wouldn't be.
Oh yeah, more fun. That'd be even more fun.
Yeah. But on Friday night, we'll be back doing the psychic triad with Terry Suzuki and Terry Lee. And I believe that Terry Lee is hosting. Yep. And Terry Lee will be hosting. So that's the next time I'm back on.
Yeah, and Terry Lee's channel is Pure Visionary Psychic Medium. So go over there and subscribe there. Jean, where is your physical fair at? Just in case anybody in the audience lives near there.
It's in Annapolis, Maryland, and I have the notification in my community board, and it's Annapolis, Maryland address, but it's not downtown Annapolis. It's in the vicinity. So you know how like if you live in an area like I live in Maryland, but we call this DC all the time because it's in the DC region.
Yeah.
So the the fair is Annapolis, Maryland, and but it's not downtown. It's right outside.
Right. Okay. Well, you heard from Jean where I will be this next Friday. I'll be with her and Terry Lee on Terry Lee's channel. And I will also on Sunday be with Allie, Heart and Soul Connected at 10 Pacific. And I on Saturday will also be at a physical fair. So if you are anywhere near Arlington, Washington, I will be at the Mystic Marketplace doing mini readings. So come on down and find me there. I
Good.
also wanted to ask anybody in the audience if you watch my Akashic Records healing series. My Akashic Records masters have asked me to ask you, what would you like to have healed? So go find my community page and put in a word or two of what you want healed because they are asking you. So, okay.
And
Well,
do you? We all three of us also offer private readings, And I believe Mark, if you want a private reading with Mark, it's spiritwhisper88@gmail. If you would like a private reading with me, it's SunPsychicJean.com. And if you would like a private reading with Terry Suzuki, it's KikaruSpiritualJourneys.com, correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And Tony, I just want to say a quick message to Tony Stokes. Hi, Tony. I did get your email. I'm just not sure how I can help in that situation. That's why you haven't heard back from me. It's not that I'm ignoring you. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to help. Yeah.
he's very popular. You know.
All of a sudden.
Okay, everybody. Thank you for coming to our show, and we will see you again. Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everybody.